Now, in general, we want to place the finger right behind the fret, kind of tucked into it. As much as possible, this is the kind of position we want to aim for. If we go too far this way, then listen to what happens. I'm going to slowly move the finger so that it gets on top of the fret. Have a listen. Hear how we're getting a very muffled percussive sound now? This is with the finger right on top of the fret. Generally, this is not the kind of sound we're after. So I'm going to move a few millimeters further back this way. And now we're getting a clearer sound. This is much more what we're generally going to look for when we're playing. We also want to be careful about going too far in the opposite direction. Listen to what happens as I slowly go towards the headstock. Yeah. So you can see now the finger is really far away from the target fret, and we're getting that really kind of nasty, buzzy, splatty sound. So as much as possible, we want to aim for getting the finger tucked in behind the fret, not on top of the fret, but not so far back that we're struggling to get a note to sound clear. Now, there are exceptions to that, and one of the most common and biggest exceptions to that is when you're playing chords. So if we look at something like the E major chord, very common shape, we play it a lot. If you look at the middle and ring fingers, you'll see that they are not both right up behind the fret. You know, the ring finger is tucked in there, but the middle finger is a little further back, and that's okay. We don't have to like struggle to cram each fingertip right up against the fret. It's okay if there's a little bit of distance between them. It's going to sound fine. We do want to try and make sure that whatever the furthermost finger is, that is up against a fret. So in other words, if I take this whole shape, that sounds okay. If I start moving the whole hand this way, let's check that out. It's okay, but there we go. Now we're getting into trouble. Yeah, so as much as possible, whatever the furthermost finger in a chord shape is, it's good to have that tucked in right behind a fret.